I told you in the last episode you were going to see a much changed Celtic side. We've come back later than scheduled, but I think I've finally finished my transfers. Welcome back, everybody, to the Beta Boys. My name is Jack, and like I said in the intro, we have made a hell of a lot of transfers. We're only going to play the one game today. I believe it's St Mirren. There's a lot of results to keep you up on as well. It's been a mad couple of weeks in game. Let's say that much. So let's start off. Jozo Simonovic has gone to Sporting Lisbon for 4.7 mil. Could rise to 7.7 mil. I wanted to freshen up the centre backs a little bit, so I thought he's not really playing. Let's get rid. Tom Rogic finally went 10 million. Could go up to 14.25 million. Games and all that. Stephen Walsh, he's a younger lad. Christopher Ajaya, didn't want to see him go, but he came to me and said, look, or both Kieran Tierney and Ajaya came to me and said, look, I want to move to bigger clubs. I managed to keep Kieran Tierney on my side, and by saying he's an influential player. Ajaya, on the other hand, didn't quite want to stay as much as he did. We've sold him to Bayern Munich for 14 million quid, all up front. It's the most that people would pay for him, so that's fine. A bit annoying. I wanted to keep him, but hey ho. Near Bitten, me and him had a massive argument about first team football. He's gone to, I think that's China, for 1.4 million. A couple of loanies. Jack Hendry, who's in the reserves, transfer listed, and Ian Henson's gone out on loan as well. But this is the ins, my friends. Carl Jenkinson, 1.7 million. He was on the transfer list. 2-star current, 2-star potential. Decent right back to bring in, to be fair. A lot of experience in like the Premier League and whatnot. I thought, brilliant, we'll bring him in, and him and Glenn Johnson can fight out for the spot. Did I buy another right back? No, I didn't. But I thought, that's fine. We'll bring him in. At least we've got two decent right backs. And Kieran Tierney can always slot in over there as well. Because we signed Kieran Gibbs, as you can see. We'll get onto him in a bit, though. Marco Bizot from AZ Alkmaar. He's our new keeper. Decent keeper. 3.5-star current. 3.5-star potential. We got him in for £8 million. He's worth 10.5. So, a little bit of a bargain there. He's played Eredivisie football. He's played in the Belgium League. So, not a bad pickup. He's 27 years old. So, yeah, not a bad pickup. 8 million could rise to 11 million. Moving on, Phil Foden on loan from Man City. A great little pickup, I reckon. 3.5-star current, 5-star potential. Obviously, he's a very big wonder. I think he's classed as a wonder on this. He's already played football for Man City this season, 6.9, but we got him in on loan. Great attacking midfielder. You can also just about play on the wings and in midfield, but fantastic little pickup. Giovanni De Santos, we're paying 60k. It's a lot of money. 3-star current, 3-star potential. But when I saw him, I was like, yes, we need to get this kid because he can play a plethora of positions. I believe that's the word. Anywhere behind the striker and up front. I just thought I need to get this guy. He's got experience in many leagues. Been in the MLS for the past few seasons. A fantastic pickup in my opinion. He's a nice little exciting player, if you will. Reece Oxford, we got in on loan as cover for centre back. 3-star current, 5-star potential from West Ham. Literally just as a backup. Liam Cooper from Leeds, 6.7 million, could rise to 12 million. I brought him in because he's Scottish, really. So I thought, Scottish lads, we'll bring him back home. So he's a decent centre back. He'll start a fair few games. So yeah, I liked him at Chesterfield when he was at Chesterfield. I haven't seen too much of him at Leeds, but I thought, yeah, Scottish, perfect. Let's bring him in. And then finally, we brought in Kieran Gibbs to fight for that left back role with Kieran Tierney. I brought Kieran Gibbs just in case Kieran Tierney leaves. So if Kieran Tierney leaves, we have a decent enough left back there waiting. So it made sense in my head. 10 caps for England, obviously. 3.5-star current, 3.5-star potential, £15.5 million. Could rise for 37.5. That's like 50 goals, 50 appearances and whatnot. And I don't know how long this day is going to be. So I thought, Fuck it, we'll just get him in. So yeah, it's been a pretty mad window, and I said that the team's going to look fairly different, and there's been a bit of a dent, let's say, involved. Obviously, the results, we're still third in the league. We are struggling a little bit, if I'm honest. But we lost in the Betfred Cup, and then we beat Motherwell. Like I said, we were going to beat them 4-0. We didn't. We beat them 1-0. Scott Sinclair penalty. We beat. Look at all these 1-0s in a row. Mental. We beat Kilmarnock 1-0. Connor McBride scored in the 8th minute. I thought, fuck it, he got like a 10 rating in training, so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to give him a game. Start him in a game. He scored. So I thought, brilliant, well done. We beat Barcelona in the Champions League 1-0, the last game. No pressure. I think they had already qualified. We had already gone bottom of the group. So we beat them. It was like, I don't know how that happened or where it came from. Somehow we managed to beat. They had a full strength squad and everything. It was just mental. We beat Hibs 1-0. Lee Griffiths, who scored against Barcelona? Lee Griffiths scored against Barcelona. He then scored again against Hibs 1-0. We drew 2-2 against Motherwell. Glenn Johnson and Lee Griffiths getting the goals. They scored in the 91st minute. Fairly annoying. Smashed Dundee 4-0. Incham scored a penalty. We got 3 penalties in this game. I've only just noticed. Was this the game where... There was a game where we got 4 penalties and we missed 2. I think it might have been against St Johnstone. But I didn't realise we got 3 penalties in this one either. A penalty from Incham, Scott Brown scoring, and 2 penalties from Scott Sinclair. Drew 1-1 against Aberdeen. Edwards scored in that one. Lost 1-0 against Rangers, which I was devastated about because we played horrendously bad. But we bounced back against Kilmarnock. Like I said, we missed 2 penalties, but we scored 2 penalties as well. Lee Griffiths getting both penalty goals there. Absolutely mental. And then we played a couple of friendlies, which was fine. Nice little rotation. And then we're playing St Mirren today. Let's go straight to the team. This is the formation, the 5 at the back. I'm still using this. It seems to be working rather well at the moment. So our midfield is a bit... It's not really a... I might make you a box-to-box. There's not really a defensive-minded centre mid in there, which is a bit worrying. But that's fine. Scott Brown is injured. We could bring in... No, Malumbu maybe, but I'm not too sure. But this is the team we're going to go for anyway. Bizot in goal. Benkovic, Janssen. Pontus Janssen. It's not Janssen. Janssen. Boyata, Tierney, Jenkinson, McGregor, Christie, Foden, De Santos, and Griffiths up front. Dynamics haven't been hit that badly, to be fair, because we've got rid of the players that were moaning and we've replaced them, so it hasn't been hit as much as I thought it would be, which is fantastic at the moment. Scott Brown's unhappy that we got rid of Lustig, but I said to him we would improve, and he's on the promises screen. If I look, Malumbu's happy as well, but he's not at the same time. So 10 days, Scott Brown will be fine. It'll be absolutely perfectly fine. But yeah, this is the team. Have I read it out? I did read it out. I did read it out. Let's jump straight into it then. We got squad numbers to 5 players, which is a mental thing going on. That's why I was like really happy that the Dynamics didn't get hit too hard, which is fantastic, because Dynamics, especially in the last game, Dynamics were really important, and I don't know how well they affect this time around, but I can imagine them being like just as important. So I was extremely happy. There's the league table. You can see it there with 5 points, behind Rangers, 2 points behind Aberdeen. I've got every confidence that we can catch them up. I was just really annoyed that we got the draw against Aberdeen, which I was happy with. To be fair, we were away from home. I was happy, but then losing to Rangers, I was absolutely devastated. Like I said, we just played. We deserved to lose. We played absolutely terribly, but it put the boards were kind of on my back ever since then. So we kind of need to start winning games and closing that gap a little bit. I've zoomed in a little bit there. There we go. We're zooming in that much. But yeah, all we have to do now is win games. I'm not worrying about what Rangers and Aberdeen do. It's just we have to win games. We're going to be a lot more positive with the team, and just hope for the best that we get the points that we need. I think they were dubbing this like El Sacico in the press, so they clearly think one of us is going to get sacked if we lose the game. Christie's in here though, finds Tierney, whips one in. Griffiths is there, heads it across, but it is just over. And we've started the game very, very well. The one thing I do like is that there is a massive gap now. There's 12 points between us and Kilmarnock in fourth. You can clearly see Celtic is dominated by three big strong boys at the top there. Can we get a goal here? Christie, have a shot, son. Oh, just keeper saves it. Jenkinson, McGregor, Christie. Again, Christie bags himself his 12th goal of the season. Absolutely fantastic. Rangers, I believe, are losing. We've moved up to second. I think Aberdeen are still drawing. Rangers are losing to Motherwell, I think that was. Christie had a shot there. Couldn't quite go in, but it's worked back into the box. McGregor finds Christie. Keeper probably should have saved that one as well. But no, they're losing to Kilmarnock. It's Kilmarnock. If I know my knowledge, it is. Good one. Griffiths with a free kick. He's hit the bar. He scored another fantastic free kick, Griffiths. He's really impressing me with his free kicks. It is looking wonderful, especially with the curve as well. It just looks fantastic. We're now 2 points behind Rangers. Hopefully Kilmarnock can still pick up 3 points in that game. Who are Aberdeen playing? I want to see it pop up here. Kilmarnock have got a man sent off. That's not gonna end well. My phone's going off. I do apologise. Right, corner ball for St. I had to look up to see who we're playing, but we could be on a counter attack here. De Santos running forward. I'm really looking forward to this partnership with De Santos and Foden, and they've linked up there, and it should have been 2-0. Dos Santos Foden should be a fantastic, especially in this league, a fantastic partnership to have just behind Griffiths or Edouard. I have been looking at strikers. I did put in a loan bid for Origi from Liverpool, but he refused to come to me, which is fair enough. He can do what he wants. Griffiths, can he score another one? That's a bit of a weird ball, but okay. Giovanni out on this left wing. Finds Tierney. He's just cut inside a little bit. Tierney back to De Santos. Crosses it in. Griffiths is open in the box, but it's straight at the keeper. It's still 1-0. Rangers are still losing. Aberdeen are drawing, I still think, unless they played earlier. Another highlight. Griffiths whips one in. Bird heads it away. McGregor back to Griffiths. First time whip into the box. And it's straight into the keeper's hands. That shouldn't be the end of the highlight. There should be carrying on here. Jenkinson heads it away, but it's in the hands of St Mirren right now. Flynn, what can he do with it? Pumps it across, but Tierney's straight there. And we could be on a counter here. McGregor finds Christie. Out wide. Jenkinson's there. Bit behind him, but he's done well. Jenkinson whips in the ball. Foden, he's never going to win it because he's about 5'7", is he not? But he's done well to put pressure there anyway. And that's a terrible throw from the keeper. And once again, we're back at it. Christie, what can he do? Is he going to have a shot? He has a shot once again, straight into the keeper's hands. Maybe this is why we're dominating games, because we're just having shots straight at the keeper, and it's just not... It's not doing it for me at the moment, boys. It's not doing it. Rangers have got a goal back. McTominay scoring for them. Aberdeen are still drawing, I assume. They're playing Hamilton. They're drawing 0-0. That's cool. Right. Let's not get complacent, boys. And we go again. We go again exactly the same. Rangers should be winning their game now that Kilmarnock are down to 10 men. Aberdeen have a tough task in Hamilton. It was Hamilton they were playing, wasn't it? They have a tough task against Hamilton. And let's have a look. St Mirren at 11th, so we should be trouncing them, really. Rangers have gone 2-1 up now, so they should cruise on now and win that one. Aberdeen have gone ahead in their game. Christie's in. Oh, he should have scored. He should have scored. They still haven't had a shot. And you know what happened in the Motherwell game? I'm always sceptical that they're gonna, you know, get 2 goals from 2 shots. Ugh. Right, another corner. Nothing's really happened in this half. Benkovic is there. He's hit the bar once again. How many times have we hit the woodwork? Twice, and we've had 5 half chances, 2 clear-cut chances. We're going to make substitutions now. And everyone's conditions are all right at the moment. Kearney's on the least, so bring him on. Give Kieran Gibbs his debut. Anyone else coming on for their debut? I don't want to put everyone on. Just chill out a second. We bring on Edwards. Lee Griffiths hasn't had the best of games. Phil Foden's neither had the best of games. So we bring on. We'll put Christie up in the attacking mid role, and we'll bring on Incham, who has just signed a new contract for us. Incham. There was moments this season where I was going to sell Incham, but he's impressed me of late. He wanted a new contract, and I thought, yeah, I'll give it you, mate. Enjoy your new contract. So expect to see him more in the team, maybe soon. But Hamilton have equalised against Aberdeen. That's fantastic. But can we get a second goal? That all that matters at the moment. Kieran Gibbs on his debut, whips in the ball. Edwards there. Fantastic bit of play. 2-0 up. We've gone back up to second in the league. I'm going to praise the boys, I think. I hope that did it. Incham played it to Christie. Out wide to Gibbs. Takes a touch to the byline. Back across goal. 2-0. Perfect. Professional performance by the looks of it. But I'm really liking this formation. That McLovin in the comments, thank you very much for telling me about this formation. Because if you hadn't have said that Celtic played this in real life, I probably would have never thought about it. But ever since then, I've been really, really happy with it. It has dropped the likes of Sinclair out the team and whatnot, but Sinclair, he was scoring goals, but most of them were penalties. It's just like, okay, I don't really care for that. Christie's doing fantastically in the role still. And we brought in a couple of centre attacking midfielders that can really, really harm teams in this formation. But we have won 2-0. They didn't even have a shot on target, let alone a shot. So passionate, are very pleased about that performance. And that's what we need to do, just professional performances, professional wins. We're playing Falkirk in the Cup, so that'll be a rotated squad. You won't see that. But when should we come back? I don't want to leave it too long again, because it's getting to a bit of a... Tom Owen Evans, he played for Gloucester City. If you don't know, I'm a Gloucester City fan. He's now at Falkirk, is he? Ah, nice. Good on him. Good on him. We'll come back. Where's St Johnstone in the 9th? Who haven't we seen on camera? I can't remember who we haven't seen. I think we played at pretty much everyone. Should we come back for Hearts and Aberdeen? That seems like a... Aberdeen and Dundee. I think that's a bit too far away. I think I'm going to come back for St Johnstone and Hibs, or Hibs and Kilmarnock. One of those three, or two of those three even, we're going to come back for. But if you did like that, please leave a like on the comments. Everyone that's left suggestions, I believe one guy left a suggestion for Jordan Larsson, who I believe is Henrik Larsson's son, but because I don't have the Swedish league loaded up, he's not in the game, unfortunately. But thank you for your suggestion. It was noted, and I did try and look at him, but unfortunately he's not in the game. But hopefully the transfers have made you happy, at least. Everyone makes everyone happy. But yeah, like I said, please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new around here, or you haven't done so already. And I shall see you for one of these games later on. Thank you very much.